Welcome to the show. We're happy that you're joining us. We've got an exciting show. We've got a Mississippi legend in the blues community, Mr. King Edward, and he's going to perform for us. We've got a new album to talk about, King Edward, 50 Years of Blues, which is just being released. We'll give you details on where to get a copy, and we'll talk about King Edward's live performance at Hal & Mal's here in downtown Jackson on Monday nights, which is referred to as Blue Mondays. So we're going to talk to King Edward and we're going to hear from him in just a minute. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more of Nightique. Well, we've got King Edward with us, King Edward Antoine.
That's right.
And I say Antoine, of course, that's a French name.
That's Creole.
A Creole name.
Yeah.
And I guess that would make sense because you are originally from Louisiana.
And I'm a Creole and I speak French.
You speak French?
Yes, sir.
Well, growing up in Lafayette, of course, that's French country.
Yeah.
And, you know, so many people, my parents did too,
Right.
or my daddy did.
Right.
He spoke French. When he got together with his mom and daddy, they spoke French. Nobody knew what they were saying when I was a little boy, you know.
That's right.
But so tell us about, first off, well, growing up in Louisiana, what was that like? You were growing up in Louisiana in what time frame were you a young person in
the
Louisiana?
time frame back then was rough, man, for the musician. You know, to make it big, you know, you had to get lucky. But the thing was what it was back then, why I say rough, we couldn't do like we will do now. You know, when I started playing in '58, and I played for white folks all my life. That's all I did, play in white clubs. So me and my brother Nolan Struck was playing in this white club, and they had to stay on the stage. They couldn't go out in the audience and get nothing to drink. So they trusted me, so I'm the one that had to go down there and get their drinks, bring them back on the stage. We had to sit at the table, you know, back then. And really, I loved that music so good, so I decided I was going to move to Portland, where my other brother was, you know. And when I moved to Portland, I was playing, had my little own trio band, blues. And then I left that and went to play with a jazz group, 12 orchestra band, like 12-piece band, playing jazz. So my brother called me from Chicago. He said, "Hey, man, you need to come on down here where the blues at." I said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "Yeah, man, you could be working." I said, "Okay." So my sister said, "Well, I'll put you on the plane. Come on." So when I moved to Chicago, man, I got there, it was snowing like a dog. I said, "Wow."
Well, people from down here are not used to that.
This ain't Louisiana here. You
not
know?
used to that kind of stuff.
No, I said, this ain't Louisiana here. So, but really, I got into meeting all of them. You know, when I first got there, Buddy Guy, Junior Wells welcomed me to their club, you know. So Junior Wells said, "I want you to play with me at the Checkerboard Lounge, you know, behind me, and Teresa's Lounge in Chicago, you know." I said, "Yeah, okay." Because he liked it the way I play. I was down into the blues, you know. So he said, "Man, I wish I wasn't hooked up with Buddy Guy to go on the road. I would take you with me, man." He said, "But you can play with me around here." I said, "Oh, good." So I got to meet Buddy Guy, Junior Wells, Lonnie Brooks, Cotton, James Cotton, Murray Waters, Howlin' Wolf. And I used to go and listen to Howlin' Wolf all the time when he would come in town. And Albert King, you know, used to come in do shows. I was on the same show with him in Chicago, and I was young. You know, when you're young, everything is lively and excited. You know, but it was good, man, until I met McKinley Mitchell and my brother Nolan Struck, and they was doing R&B blues, you know. So I hooked up with McKinley Mitchell. So that's how I got to meet Pepper Spann in Chicago, and he was booking all them big acts like Michael Jackson, Temptation. We was all playing in the Riga Theater, where we was the open act, me and McKinley. So I was playing guitar for McKinley at that time. So I come home one night and played around the corner, little job around the corner. I got ready to go home. I got home, stuck my key in the door. I didn't have nothing in there. My wife left, and she took all the furniture with her, and it just left me a bed and a refrigerator. And I thought I was dreaming, man. You know, I just stayed in one place just like this, thinking, you know. So I called Nolan. I said, man, something wrong. I said, oh, I don't know what's happening. He said, what's wrong, man? I said, I'm in my house with nothing in it. He said, oh, man. He said, I'll be there in a minute, you know. And he come over there. He said, oh, man, she's gone now. I said, well, I got the blues now.
That'll give you the blues.
I had the blues, man.
I can understand what you're talking about.
And I just went on and started playing and went on playing the blues. I really got down there and met Muddy Water. Me and my brother recorded the last album with Jimmy Reed before he died.
So Chicago was the place, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody from Mississippi moved to Chicago.
Yeah. Right.
You know, because they was getting a better break up there at that time. But the name was all the blues really from Mississippi and then Indianola. All them guys, Muddy and Jimmy Reed and Lil Milton, all them was up there. But they're from the Delta.
Now, I know you travel far and wide playing the blues. You know, we've talked about it a number of times with the other artists who've come in. People around the world deeply appreciate the music, don't they?
Oh yes, oh yes. I want to thank Miss Becky Brown for that, because she got me all over, man, all overseas,
and she's the manager with
yeah,
Hit the Road Entertainment.
That's right.
And we thank her for bringing the artists into our program.
That's right. Thanks for her for doing what she did for me. She caused me to have this new album. And
the new album, King Edward, 50 Years of the Blues. We're going to play a song when we come back from the break. I think this song is Bring Your Pretty Self Home.
Right.
So we're going to be back with King Edward Antoine, and we're going to hear that particular song and another song too right after this. Stay with us.
Since 1849, Carter Jewelers has been a part of Jackson's rich history. Over 163 years later, we've not only survived, Carter Jewelers has flourished. From generation to generation, we've established a tradition of excellence. Our reputation is built on customer satisfaction, service, and trust. Every piece of jewelry is handpicked, so you know you're getting the best value.
Nobody says I do like we do at Carter Jewelers.
Come see us and be part of our history.
Well, we're back, King Edward Antoine, and King, it's great to have you here. Now, this first song you're going to play, it's on the new record. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Well, that song, I was at Peggy's house practicing on my new stuff I was going to record, and it just came up to my mind. I said, Peggy, what you think about that? She said, oh, well, she said, I like that. I said, I'll tell you what, I need you to help me put it together. So we worked on it, me and Peggy, and she helped write. And so I put her in One City as a songwriter.
Well, this song is called
Bring Your Pretty Self Home.
Bring Your Pretty Self Home. King Edward Antoine. Okay, we're going to cut that over.
All right.
We had too many glitches. My wire, so let's try one more time.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Check, 1, 2. You know, we were getting a little bit of that feedback too I don't know if that was a problem for you or not, but I could, you know, okay. Bring your pretty self home.
Yeah.
Got it. Check, check. Check, you 1, 2. Okay. And then when I walk off, you're going to be able to begin the music, right? Okay. King Edward with us, and King, this is a song from the brand new album. What's it called?
Bring your pretty self home.
Okay, King Edward, Antoine.
Call my girlfriend, I asked her for a date. It's a pretty moon out tonight, don't be late. Bring your pretty self home. Bring your pretty self home. Bring your pretty self home. Everything gonna be alright. I buy you a Cadillac car and a diamond ring. If you only bring your pretty self home, bring your pretty self home. Bring your pretty self home. Bring your pretty self home. The prettiest thing I ever seen. If you only come home right now to me, I'll be waiting at home, waiting on you. Bring your pretty self home. Bring your pretty self home. Bring your pretty self home. The prettiest thing I ever seen. I buy your Cadillac car and a diamond ring. If you only bring your pretty self home, bring your pretty self home. Bring your pretty self home. Bring your pretty self home. The prettiest thing I ever seen. All right. Fade out right there. Beautiful. Yeah.
Ingalls Shipbuilding is hiring electricians, structural welders, machinists, ship fitters, pipe fitters, and pipe welders in our Pascagoula, Mississippi site. Signing bonuses available for pipe welders only. Positions are union represented. Come build your career with Ingalls Shipbuilding. Go to www.huntingtoningalls.com/careers or call 888-935-1507. King Edward Antoine, and King Edward is performing with us now. King, you're from Louisiana originally.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
Lafayette, right?
That's
That's
right.
Cajun country.
That's right.
Zydeco music and stuff,
Right.
right? Parlez-vous français?
Oh, ouais. Toi, tu parlais français?
A little bit.
Qui vrai? Qui
Well,
vrai?
my mom and dad, my dad did. My dad
Okay.
spoke French. You know, when he was with his mom and dad, they spoke French.
Yeah. Well,
But-
you know, I did a lot of Zydeco music with Clifton Chanel back in the day.
Clifton Chenier, the Zydeco
He was
king,
the
right?
King, right.
Right.
He was my cousin, you see.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like 17 years old when I was playing with him.
So you've been around music a long time.
That's right.
Now, this song we're going to play, this is a song that you wrote.
Me and my lady friend, my wife, who I got now, is on this song here. And she helped wrote the song.
And what's the name of this one?
Lonely Man.
Lonely Man. Okay, King Edward.
Yes.
Let me hear your rhythm guitar. All right. Ready? I'm a lonely man. Oh, I'm living all by myself. Oh, I'm a lonely, lonely man. Living all by myself. My baby went off and left me. When it left me for someone new. I'm a lonely man, living all by myself. Oh, I'm a lonely man, living all by myself. My baby went on and left me, when I left me for my best friend. I'll be looking for me someone new. I'll be looking for me someone new. When I find this sweet little woman of mine, it would ease my aching heart. My baby left me for my best friend. My baby left me for my best friend. I went off and left me, and I didn't know what to do. I'll be looking for me someone new. Oh, I'll be looking for me someone new. When I find this sweet little woman of mine,
Since 1849, Carter Jewelers has been a part of Jackson's rich history. Over 163 years later, we've not only survived, Carter Jewelers has flourished. From generation to generation, we've established a tradition of excellence. Our reputation is built on customer satisfaction, service, and trust. Every piece of jewelry is handpicked, so you know you're getting the best value.
Nobody says I do like we do at Carter Jewelers.
Come see us and be part of our history.
Back with King Edward, and thank you, King, for being with us and
Yes, sir.
performing in our
Yes,
studio.
sir. Yes, sir.
All these years in the music business, were there times when you thought maybe you would change careers or get out of the music business, the ups and downs of that business?
It never crossed my mind because I always that's what I wanted to do, and I loved my music, you know. But this music business is gonna be some up and down, you know. It's like the one that left me is gonna be some up and down in the music business, you know. But you can't give up. That's a God-given talent that I got, you know. So my education wasn't as good as my talent I got, but that's a God-given talent, so I'm gonna stick with it.
When you think back of some of the older blues men, the older legends that you met in Chicago, Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf, people like that, how would you characterize those guys' personalities, being that you actually knew them?
Well, it was fun being with them because I'd learned lots about the blues, being around them kind of people. Muddy Waters, and Junior Wells, and Cotton, they were the best out there. Buddy Guy, they was the best out there, and I was right there with them. You know, I wasn't gonna let them push me on the side. You know, so. But I got along with all the musicians up there, and everybody really liked me, you know, because they know I didn't have no kinfolks up there, but Nolan was struck because my only brother, he was up there before I was, you know, and he was playing and recording up there too with him and Lonnie Brooks working together. So
When you decided to come back to Mississippi, back south, was that a big decision to leave the Chicago area behind and move back to the south?
well, the thing about made me come back, there's a guy, McKinley Mitchell, I was playing with in Chicago. He had the same problem. He had at the same time. And I called him and told him about it. He said, man, the same thing happened to me. He said, well, I'm getting ready to go back home. I said, where you home at? He said, Mississippi. I said, well, I'm gonna go to Louisiana. I'm going back home to Louisiana. And he said, well, we can ride in your car. I said, man, I'm too nervous to drive. My old lady didn't left me, I can't drive. He said, I'll drive. So we moved. We came back in '75, and then I was going to Louisiana, but after I got here, everybody liked my playing and everything, and I got jobs, nightclubs, and playing everywhere, all over Mississippi. Then I got a job at Malaco, doing demos and recording behind McKinley Mitchell. I did all of McKinley Mitchell music and my brother Nolan Struck music. And I was pretty good at arranging, you know, music. So, and after McKinley took sick, and I decided I was going to go on my own, I met Johnny Vincent, Ace Record, and he put my first 45 out, thing I used to do. Matter of fact, I put it on my new CD. The thing I used to do that was my first 45 with Sam Miles on the other side. You remember Sam Miles, a harmonica player? He was one of the legends. He died too, but
I want to ask you about Mr. Johnny Vincent. And he was a legendary record executive here in Mississippi,
man,
and he's from Louisiana too, I think, right? Along the way, he was in Louisiana.
Yep. Johnny Vincent was out there for years.
Yeah.
You know, I think he was in Houston working with Don Roby or something out there in Houston, Texas.
And that's Ace Records he had.
Yeah, but when he moved to Mississippi, he got his own company. It got turned it on to Ace Record, and Ace Record went big. See, so and he cut my first one, and we was on a compilation album together. And he said, "Man, you just keep singing. You're gonna make it one day." you know.
So now these magazines, we've got one. This one you were in recently. This is from the United Kingdom.
Right.
And of course, here's one from Sweden.
Sweden, that's right.
And then here's one that here in the South,
In the South.
which is so basically you're really rolling here, and you got a brand new record out.
Yeah.
And it's called King Edward: 50 Years of Blues.
That's right.
And it's just being released. In the meantime, you've got the HitTheRoadEntertainment.com website, and also information can be gotten by calling your management, Hit the Road Entertainment, Peggy Brown at 601-613-7377. And what is your website?
My website, KingEdwardBlues.com.
KingEdwardBlues.com.
Right.
So that's for more information about the record. And you're playing every Monday night for Blue Monday at Hal & Mal's, right?
Well, I'm with the Blue Society band over there, and I joined the Blue Society. So I play it, and it's not all about the money because it's a thing that we growing. And I got a lot of connection to playing on Monday night, so that's the reason why I'm sticking with it, because I get a lot of people come from different countries.
All over the
and
world.
they want to see me because they've been reading a lot about it.
Well, King Edward, thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
And I appreciate it, and we hope to have you back on soon.
Yes, sir.
And good luck with the new record. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us. We'll see you next time on Nightique.
Thank you.